the end of July.
You are now tuning into Out the Box Radio Show. Entertainment at its best. Hot topics, games, and unforgettable interviews. Welcome to the show.
Hi, everybody.
What up, what up, what up?
What's up? Be more.
About to say, you don't say that. You never say be more. How did
I
that
don't.
come
I don't
out?
support Be More because I don't like Be More.
What?
I'm from
Excuse
DC.
me?
I am from DC. Every day, all day, all the time.
No.
You cannot turn me into a Be More person. Now I don't
Okay,
support
well,
I don't support the Redskins.
Right, exactly. Boo, boo.
I don't support Redskins, but I'm not from here.
I don't think nobody supports that trash team
don't
anyway.
either.
So
Oh, let me kind of
It's
tell
terrible.
y'all why I was MIA last week. I know you guys missed me.
We sure did, girl. We sure did.
But I went to the Ravens Redskins game.
Oh,
'Cause
for
my,
real?
Yeah, the company that I work for, they have their own suite.
I saw you was in the suite.
Yes, they got
That's
their
a little better.
they got money.
okay.
So that was an experience to be able to like watch the game in the
what's
suite
up.
with the food and the just everything.
I saw your
and
plate.
The
You ain't bring me
alcohol,
no food
and
back.
It wasn't all that good.
Oh, the truth comes out.
But yeah, the Redskins suck.
That's a known fact. We ain't got to talk about that. That's a known fact. Okay.
like I said, they're a trash team.
That is true.
Well, what we do need to talk about is our very special guest, who's actually on the phone with us right now, joining
Oh,
us from
really?
New York. We have Mr. Adam Lindo from Orange is the New Black.
What up,
Hi.
what up, what up?
Hey everybody, what's up?
What's going on, Adam?
You know, just chilling, just doing my thing and working on a script right now. And
Nice. He sounds so
chilling out.
relaxed. He sounds so he just sounds so chill. What you got in your hand? You got a drink in your hand or something?
No, he said he has a script.
He has
Oh, he has a script in his hand. I guess that would make you a little
Yes.
chill and relaxed.
Now,
yeah, I was just looking it over.
now, does the script that you're looking at, does it have a non-disclosure agreement attached to it?
No, it's actually a movie I'm producing, and we got a bunch of people from Orange that are currently working on it. So,
Oh, nice.
A movie that
Yeah.
Adam is producing, y'all.
Can you expand on said project?
yeah, it's a comedy. It's a comedy, and it's called The Dream House. It's about a guy who does everything in his power to keep the girl that's kind of out of his league, and he buys a house in this really expensive neighborhood, and to like make her family like accept him, right? But the only problem is he borrows money from the mob. And the mob decides to
Oh,
cash
see.
in, and
Oh.
his life goes down the shitter from that point on. So.
Did you, Adam? Did you write this, or are you producing, and directing? Or are you doing all the above?
I'm just producing and acting in it.
Oh, nice.
I'm specifically dealing with the people that I'm connecting there, so I'm just kind of like their guy. So they answer to me. I deal with all their paperwork and making sure on set things like, okay, yeah, I don't really, let's try a different take. Let's me and the director have been friends for a long time. He's an upcoming director. He's
Oh, nice.
We've done a show together. We've done web series. We were in acting class together for a while, and
Wow.
so we just kind of kept in touch. And after the show, he sent me the script, and I was like, "This is hysterical. As long
Wow.
as it stays this way,
Right.
it's gonna be hysterical." So he's like, he's got all the equipment, and we worked on other projects together. So I was like, "Yo, let's just do it. See what we can do. Let's just do it." He's
Hell
like,
yeah.
That's what's
okay.
up.
You got a network.
Is this your first
Yeah.
project that you're producing?
This is my second. The first one kind of bombed, but it takes. You got to keep trying and keep
Yeah.
working at it, and
Yeah.
so it's fun. I mean, I enjoy the process, but I rather just from this day forward, I'm just gonna work on just acting because
Okay.
producing is a lot of work. It takes
It
a lot of,
sounds like a lot of
It's
work.
a lot of work.
When I heard you say paperwork, I was like, oh
Uh-oh.
no.
yeah. I was like,
We deal with enough of that.
Right.
yeah, that's a lot. Like with everything else going on in my acting career, which is, I'm working on this children's book that I'm hoping to come out and all this stuff. So
Oh, wow.
there's a lot of things that I'm juggling, and I'm like, I just want to act.
Now hold on. Now we're not gonna go past that. Like we're slick. We're gonna hit on that topic real quick because you said you're writing a children's book, and I really want to know. Okay, so that's different. It's not a bad thing. It's different in a good way because it's
Yeah.
like very you're in different areas of your career. So that is very unique in itself. Tell us about that. Where are you at so far in the process with the book?
So it's pretty much done. I'm in talks right now with the company. It's like kind of a content company, and they're going to try to see if I can get it published because there's specific things I want for the book, especially with the kids, the age range between 1 and 5. You know, kids are starting to develop like you know, sensory, motor skills and stuff. So they're like textures and things I want in the book, and like sounds, so that kids can identify things.
Oh wow!
You know, they're not really. You know, I want it to be where they like, it's a book where they can like, it's one of those books, because I had a book like that, and it's like you carry with you everywhere, and it's like, you know, I want that for, you know, the kids that I grew up with, and I mean, for the kids that are growing up today, and you know, I feel like anything that can provide a story, which is like this one is to help children get more comfortable with new experiences, you know, acquire the bravery with just, you know, anything that's new to them. So there's a series. This is the first. I want to do that, and I seen it in the first haircut. So,
nice.
Yeah, and it was like an idea came to me, and I was literally at 3:00 in the morning. I was like, oh my god.
What barbershop was you working at right now? New Jersey and New York now, okay?
Yeah, it's Jersey, but yeah, we'll get this barbershop trim. I'm like there. You know, when I moved up here, it's like, you know, most people that are actors that are coming up through the Adam out. It's like, yeah, don't do your thing, Adam. You're good. I got you. I was like, all right. You know, a lot of places can't accommodate that type of schedule. And I've been like, I worked. You know, I was a cop for a while, and it's just the hours that, you know, it's one of those like either I do this and I kind of do that, or I actually follow what my heart wants. And, you know. Hopefully the life will give me stuff to pursue, and it did. So I'm grateful as hell for those guys at Trim. It's called Trim Hoboken on First Street.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're awesome over there. It's like a Dominican barbershop, it's all Spanish guys. Matt
oh yes, that's what I'm talking about.
You know those? It's mad chill. It's so good. But it's like, I just love going there. It's just there's so much character, so much love. It's wild. Wow.
Sounds like fun. And you said, did I hear you correctly? You were a police officer?
Yeah, I was.
Nice. For how long?
I was a cop for like a year. It wasn't a full-time cop. It was a class 1 going to be a class 2, and I was working in Seaside Park in South Jersey during the summer of Sandy. And
wow.
You know,
so their
job.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Their jobs are like difficult, and like it takes a specific type of person. And I'm a happy like go guy, like, and I'm a very honest guy. I was raised by my mother, who was like, you know, and my sisters, like they're very like, you learn how to treat people.
Right.
You know, I feel when you're raised by women. So.
Oh yeah.
And like when you're on there, like doing certain things of the job didn't fill my heart properly, so I had to. And I also wanted to pursue acting at 140%.
Yeah.
And that's why I gave it up.
But so you kind of had that background, so I know you took your background and you translated that into your role. I just know you did.
Yeah,
because let me just say, okay, you sound like a really nice guy.
Yeah.
But I did not like you. I did not like your
everybody
character.
says that.
That means he's a good actor. That's what that means.
That means you're a
good
great actor.
It was funny. I was actually like considered like I was too nice when I was working. Like I would get yelled at a lot.
Wow.
Like, Adam, you letting this person go for this? Like that's crazy. We don't do that around here. Like that's not allowed. And I'm like, well, they're just here enjoying the beach. Let's like. So I was like, I spent some days like working overtime as punishment. But yeah, this character, I did translate certain things, which was like the authority. Like it's funny, I said it in an article. Once you put those type of clothes on, it changes you as a person.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know, like the boots, the badge. Like,
Yeah.
It's so weird. It changes you. And then it's your choice to be aware of, like, hey, I'm gonna be this. I can just control and be on top. This is my house. I'm pissing everywhere.
Right.
Or you could, not. And I've seen other people. A lot of working with other cops and meeting with other cops. You get to see, like, oh, that's that type of guy, or oh, that's a really nice guy. That's a guy. So you kind of like, there were a lot of traits that I was like, wow, I could use that. That would feed me. That fed me as Clipback in the show. I was like, that is something that Clipback would do if he was stuck in a facility with people. And like, let's be honest, there are really great cops out there, and there's some really shitty ones out there, right?
That's true.
Their perspective on things kind of, depending on how they look at people, you can, connect to that and see how, and that's how it kind of came to be. It was like, oh, like to me, I had to literally tell myself, like, these people in this facility are terrorists and rats.
Yeah.
I would be like, okay, we're back at the Rat Pack. Like, I would say that to myself. I'm back with these like terrorist Rat Pack. They're destroying my home.
Right.
Like, I treated the country like my home based on that character's, point of view of the world. It was funny. I was like on set, and I think it was the second day, and director comes over and he's like, yeah, Adam, a little bit Nazi Germany, all right? he's like, you're nice, but like too nice. We don't have too nice. I was like,
right.
I got you. So and I hate to say it, like, it's a lot of it is like that in those facilities. It's
True.
There's like tons of like experiments that show, like, in those kind of detention centers or prisons, like, there's a huge like power
Oh yeah.
burst you can get as someone that's in control of a lot of people, and then it's up to you as a human being to either fall victim to it or not, and treat others like human beings, even though they've had backgrounds, criminal backgrounds or not,
That's a powerful position to be in.
Do you?
Yeah, it is.
Because of your background as a police officer and your abundance of playing an officer or a guard or someone in that position of power.
The words.
What?
Abundance. Your voice got a little deep right there for a moment, like real, like you were. That was a powerful word. Say it again.
Well, thank you, sir. Abundance.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Do you enjoy? Do you enjoy playing these roles? You know what I mean? Or do you feel like that you're in a little bit of a box because of that background?
Am I a little bit in box? No. I feel like it's one of the traits that I can use till I get to the point where I can show you what I really got. So, to me, it's not a box. To me, it's a gift that I'm able to show, the audience and the people. I'm like, oh, there are people like this. I get to be the one that isn't a guy like that and get to show you who they exist, right? And then, yes, that may be my career. My being infamous may be my career for the future. But hey, that's fine with me, as long as like any role for me makes me happy.
Right.
And there's tons of other things. Like, I continue working on my own projects. I continue writing my own projects. I continue to, dive into theater classes and study theater and play.
Yeah.
So like, I know what I can do, and this is just something that it kind of is just like a gift, something that's like second nature to me. So yeah, I don't think it's a box. I just think it's a gift for me.
That's a good way of looking at it.
We was always, at least in my acting classes, I was always told, play your type for as long as possible, just so you can get the work in, and then when it's time to break out,
to break. Yeah, exactly.
Break out of the box.
It takes baby steps.
I mean, even if you look at society today, society has their own, I forgot what's the word, but it's they have their own like ways of looking at people, and like the industry. It's such like a circle. Like, the industry puts out what the people see as what these type of people are, and then that becomes the industry standard, and it changes, and then the industry follows, and it's like the snake eating itself. It's just constantly it's going to be, this might be my type now, right? And then the next 10 years, it may be completely different.
Right.
Who knows, you know?
Right. And you never want to be you never want to be typecasted either at the same time.
Right.
Of course not.
Yeah, no, it's good that you have all the experience that you do in the authority type role of an officer or even if you were a detective in any time in your career. But like we just talked about, sometimes
those guys are stressed out. No,
that's why I was like, I don't know if you've been that role
those
before.
Guys are stressed out. I give them a lot of credit. I mean, but acting, it's detective work too, right? So you're trying to figure out what are people's motives and behaviors and why they do what they do. So, but in the field, like I've seen
in real life.
They're stressed. It's a lot of, it's literally life and death on the line.
Right, right. Well, for those of you who are just tuning in to Out the Box Radio Show, again, we have Adam Lindo on the phone with us from Orange is the New Black, the final season, season 7, that just premiered about a month and a half ago, the end of July, I believe. And he plays the character of Carlos Litvak. Now,
Litvak.
Huh? Yeah, I know, but I don't like to say that word. It's just a little too close to come to me. So, Adam, with your character, I'll say it.
What?
Litvak. With your character, what values do you believe that your character adds to this series in this final season?
It's a good question. I feel like he shows the world what's going on and how people can be blinded by power.
Yep.
And don't get me wrong, he has his own given circumstances. Like he probably, for me, how I developed the character, he probably has family to take over. He's got things, he has responsibilities, but we have to realize, like, he's going to highlight we have to start treating people like human beings and not like things.
Right.
And if it takes someone like me to play that character to show you, like, even on a daily basis, treat human beings like human beings, and like when my mom used to say, treat everyone like your mother. Even if they're mean, you treat them like your mother, because you never know.
Respect.
That person's going through something or has something that happened. And I feel like we wouldn't be at the scenario we are today in this world.
Right.
So I'm kind of glad, like, that's one value I see him doing. He's showing people, like, wow, this guy's he's such a dick. And, like, to me, he's not a dick. I'm only repeating what people tell me. To me, I didn't think he was. I just thought a man who was trying to pay his bills, because most of us are living in this world trying to pay our bills, stay on top of our stuff, and make sure our life is bring as much happiness to our life. And if it involves doing a job that some people don't like to do, which is a lot of people.
All right, hello.
So like, you're showing them, like, even in those situations where you have to do something you don't want to do, you still treat people like human beings.
Right.
Because if you don't, this is what happens.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I think you can tell from certain characters, like if you watch the show front to back, season 1 and season 7, which I do. I love that show. But like, I think you can tell, like, who is, just doing their job, or who is, just trying to survive in the realm of that world, and who actually is a dick.
Right.
Because there are a couple characters on that show, I'm like, yeah, you are just you something else.
That's a lot of nasty words we're talking about. We're talking about clitvacks and dicks. Anyways, I'm just saying, what's next? Okay, so Adam, I want you to get into character for just a moment, okay? Get into Carlos, because that's who you are. You're Carlos. What are some things that Carlos does and does not like?
Okay. So, I know he loves bubblegum.
I'm about to say, we knew that. We knew that.
Like, I'm telling you right now, chewing that bubble gum was like, okay. And it was always grape gum. And there was one day I left mint gum. I had to take mint gum, and I was pissed off.
Oh man!
And I went out
flavor.
and got grape gum in between takes just so I can have it.
Right.
He also, I feel, for me, it was watching boxing, even though I'm a fan of boxing, I tried to relate a lot of things that it would. So boxing, he's a very man's man.
Yeah.
I like, hockey, anything with contact sports,
Right.
martial arts, anything where he can have his own power over himself. Because I feel like he's in life. He has so much. He lives with structure and organization. So that's where I based off everything, like stuff he enjoys. Like his house closet is color coded. The shoes are clean and color coded. He has many pairs of certain things that he likes to wear. He gets up in the morning. He's not one of those that rush out of the house. The blankets are done. Pillows are made. Fluffs his pillows. Brushes his teeth. He has a routine.
I can see that.
Takes his shower every time. Sips his coffee every time. Looks at his watch. Knows when to leave. Nothing sways his schedule. That was one of the main things I came up with. Things that he likes. What he dislikes is just obviously the opposite of many of those things. Disorganization. He doesn't like surprises.
Not many people do.
He doesn't like anybody touching his sunglasses.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Fishing too. Had a lot of. It was in the character description, so I had to do a lot of things on fishing. And I'm an artist, so I was drawing different fish and trying to figure out which ones would be, my favorite to go fishing for. And I was like ones that give me a rush, so maybe like a shark or So I was looking for things in that manner. Dislikes. Okay. He dislikes anyone that threatens his country. So I figured that. For some reason, this is so silly. He dislikes white socks. Only because that's something I created.
Okay. Socks, right? Okay.
White socks, no matter what shoes you put them in, they come out dirty.
Well, yeah.
They're always dirty.
Yeah.
So,
I agree with you on that one.
What else?
Hate white socks.
I'm trying to think. There was a bunch of other things.
Do you guys own, by the way, just a random question, I don't own one pair of white socks.
I own the white no-show socks. You know what I mean?
No, like the ankle
socks.
ones?
Yeah, but those. But those white long tube socks, no.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I don't own a pair of tennis shoes, so.
You don't own a pair of tennis shoes?
No, I don't.
I own funky socks. I have a pizza.
Yeah, you own the socks with all the styles on it, with
like
the nice
the fun
colors,
stuff.
the argyle.
The fun stuff, yeah. That's personality.
Big socks, but
I got no white socks on my closet.
I just wear heels and flip flops.
Cause you fancy, huh? Ain't nothing wrong with being fancy. So Adam, let me ask you this: out of all 11 episodes that you appeared in on the show, which one of them were your favorite? Or if you could pick a moment off of the show that was your favorite that you were involved in?
Yes.
And we're a month from premiere, so you can go ahead and spoil for our viewers.
Yeah, that's true. Trying to think. It was such an amazing experience because it's one of my first arc shows. And I get to play 8 different episodes, and I loved showing up on set was just like a dream come true to me. It was. I literally told Genji at the wrap party, I was like, "Yo, you're gonna be a part of my story the rest of my life." This was such an amazing experience to be on there. But I could say the one scene that I really enjoyed. Well, first off, I loved being with my partner Juarez, Manny. Me and him became really good friends, and we were always going back and forth, helping each other work through scripts and stuff. And we just developed a really good. So anytime on set with him, we would be improvising, before scenes, joking in the dressing rooms, acting crazy, and then getting on set and just switching into it was wonderful.
That's the best.
So that was the best. I would say the first day, filming the scene where we come in and we take Diablo away.
That one actually hit me. That moment. Actually
that one was one of my favorite scenes because it was my first day and I loved the rush.
Wow, that was your first day?
Yeah, that was my first day, and I love that rush. That rush where the nerves. It's like, yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. And then the next. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to comment on that scene when I watched it. I was like, the thing was that all you were doing was following protocol. But as I was watching, I was like, yo, I know how this is about to go down, and I don't think I'm ready for it. I don't think I'm ready for it.
Nobody was. Not ready.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to say. Continue.
It's funny, like my wife's mom was like watching the show. She like saw that and she was like, "Oh my God, you're horrible." I was like,
all right, Mom.
Yeah, wait, what? No. You're horrible. No dinner for you.
No
dinner. No dinner. Like, mom's foods are the best.
Right. Don't deprive me of that now.
Right.
Don't do it.
The next one was when I was in my office and Joel brings in one of the prisoners, Laura.
Mm-hmm. Lorna.
And,
was it Lorna?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lorna.
Yeah.
Comes in asking to see her kids, and it was such a good scene because I was working. Natasha Leon was my director, and like working with her, and like I came in. She gave me a few ideas, and then she let me just kind of run and play, and like do all the different choices I wanted in my office, like all the different movements. I got to do what I wanted.
Wow.
Nice.
That's what I thought. Instead of like coming in like, Adam, yeah, I want you to like. She was like, that was great. Do whatever, like play. And I was like, go.
Freedom.
Yeah, freedom, right?
Freedom.
No, that's
like,
good.
This is awesome.
That's awesome.
We did that. That was one of my favorite things. Working with her, she's amazing. Amazing person to work with. Like one of my favorite directors. Also, when we were working together, in that scene when she was telling me about her kids, and it came to her take, like I was. Anytime you saw I was off camera and it was over my shoulder, like I was tearing up. Like I was literally in tears.
Wow.
Because that take, like just hearing, like just to know, like I raised how my mother raised my two sisters. My father left when we were 17, so just to like see this woman begging to see her kids, I was like, man.
Yeah, like it hit you. Yeah.
Yeah, it hit me. It hit me. She actually held back on my take so I wouldn't get affected because I'm so respectable. So when we flipped around, I was like, try not to hold back tears, and I was like, oh.
That would have been nice to edit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the power of editing, yes.
Yeah. What I will say.
And working with Jackie. Jackie's a trip on set. Jackie Cruz, she's so fun.
Johnny, I know
like whatever you see us like her like doing things to me or like saying stuff, like she would be in character, and then she's like, "Yo, Adam, we're going to take a picture." I'm like, "Yo, let's go, girl!" So much fun. So
yeah, it seemed like it was fun, like just being on set with all of the cast. Like it just seemed like a good time. Although like this season was really intense.
Wrenching.
It was really intense. Like I know I cried a couple of times.
Went out with a bang.
But even still, like I can tell that the atmosphere on set amongst all of you was still like just really fun and easy and just a good time. But then when it came down to work, everybody obviously went to work because this season was awesome. Everybody did an amazing job. Like the writing, the acting, the directing, everything was on point.
So why did they end it? Adam, you got some inside scoop?
Honestly, I think Genji was ready to move on to her other show.
Right, the project.
Because she has shit. It's hard for I'm producing right now. Imagine like doing 2 shows and trying to like your schedule is kind of nuts. And like not only that, like I don't want to answer for her, but I just feel like that's kind of how I would feel like a 7 season.
Yeah.
And good things have to come to an end, I feel.
Yeah.
Which is true.
I'm writing a series right now, and like I don't want it longer than 2 seasons, 3 seasons, because if it does, it's like, okay, what do we do?
Right.
And you gotta like, you ever watch like, come on, everybody knows. If anyone watched Lost, like, everyone was upset. It's like, it just went too long. They weren't supposed to end it season 1, and they didn't. Or season 2 was like, but yeah, I feel like that's why. Hey, we might get a spin off. Who knows? You know,
Yeah.
maybe. I'm praying.
I mean, it was the #1 show on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also as a viewer, just consuming the product. After I watched season 6, I was like, you know what? It could go for 1, maybe 2 more years, and then it needs a wrap because it just felt like we're coming to a wrap.
Yeah, and like it's funny. Like even there's some scenes I did, or some finished parts of the scenes that were in there that were more fun. It took a lot of the fun out of it because they have to tell the story.
Yeah, it took away from the character. Yeah.
Serious, especially like the way things are going on now. With
Right.
you don't want to make it too, fun because or like joke about it because it's not really a joke.
Right.
Not at all. Actually, I don't
Serious
think it's a joke at all. And so with the main story, they kind of kept it, some light stuff here and there, but like with the detention center, hell no, they were like,
Yeah.
Me and Johnny just said that at the same time, like,
Yeah, I mean, because it's real.
Yeah.
It's really what's going on, and you want to be able to make sure that it's conveyed in that way. There's nothing light about it.
And relatable, yeah.
Yeah, so great execution, you guys.
Thank you.
Amazing.
These words. My turn. I'm coming up next with the big words. I got to think of one. I got to cook up a good one.
Okay, sure.
Oh man.
I'm with the Larry.
So-
Give me a break.
So, like, with this particular role, right, what challenges did you face when coming into it? I know, like, the obvious, of course, having to put yourself in a position of being that really mean person, snatching people away and just having that just not care attitude. But outside of that, were there any other challenges that you faced when you were doing this role?
Carlos. Honestly, I think it wasn't challenging in a way. It was kind of revealing because, everyone has a dark side.
Yeah.
And some people aren't comfortable with addressing it or becoming friends with it and like learn. And like as actors, I feel you have to like be so self-aware and supportive that even in those positions, like even playing roles like this, like you still have to let that part of you like come out. Some people, I feel like any blocks that come are because like, ooh, I don't want to go there. Like me, after quitting being a police officer and like pursuing this dream, I was like, I'm going to support you 110% on anything that you want to do, Adam. Like, that's how I talk to myself. So when things come up, I don't go, oh, it's not working, or is it hard? I go, okay, that's interesting. That's not working. Why is that not working? Let's figure this out. And
wow. Okay.
it wasn't hard. I say the nerves and like going on set and being with a show that's been running for that long and working with people that already have like well-developed relationships and seeing people like sitting across from you and they're like having a blast and then having to go and like, you feel at one moment I was like, wow, I gotta, these people are killing it. They've been doing 6-7 seasons now and I'm just this guy showing up and, that was the only thing I was battling with internally. But after action, I was like, oh, let's go. So no, not really. I don't find it hard. I know who I am as a person, and I know what to access and what's available to me, and so I don't feel like it was hard. I mean, I enjoy anything that comes my way.
Right.
So
don't never turn it down.
No, don't
Take
turn
the
it down.
role.
That's
Take
a
the roles.
great way of looking at life.
Yeah.
Every like people are like, oh, it's it's just a little role here, oh, it's just a small role there. Or I'm like, every role is a big role.
Every role is a big role, right?
Your life's a role. Like you treat it like it's a blessing. Like things are blessings. Like you only live once, so.
That's right. YOLO.
You literally never know what could come out of one moment.
Yeah.
Now, Adam, I do want to talk a little bit about as well some of your other experience that you have with acting and entertainment, because you have appeared on NBC's The Blind Spot, The Blacklist, Power on
Which
Stars.
we're watching right now.
Woo!
So I love Power too. So
yeah, Power's back.
Yeah.
And Deception actually on ABC too, as well. So out of all these different series that we just mentioned, which was your favorite role to play amongst these productions?
Those productions, not on.
Yeah, for these ones, I know it's gonna be hard because I was gonna throw the other one in there too. But
let me see. Honestly, it's so like when you first start getting small roles, like co-star roles and stuff. You're not the main story. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You're the copper. You're the janitor. You're the this person. You're the this character is sitting at the desk. So like, I say it's harder to play those roles because you think you have to bring so much work to these guys, and it's like, no, you're this person that day. Like, you say hi to your mom. You're your mom's son. Then you go to your wife, and your wife's you're her husband, and then you're a different person. So like learning to go, okay, I'm this is who I am. It wasn't really the sets and working with them. It was me, my own inner battles, because it was like first there were small roles for me, and I was like treating them like, oh my God, like, what am I gonna, all this work I've learned, how do I?
Right.
And it was like, oh, so the sets were awesome to work on. Power was one of my first ones that I worked on, so I was super excited.
That's awesome.
And and working with Omari Hardwick, like across the room, was, like, so much fun. I mean, I was like, oh yeah.
That's all Jeanne
agrees.
I'm just having a moment.
She agrees.
She was having a moment right
Yes,
now.
a real one.
All lips are wet.
Don't mind me.
Nobody heard it but me.
And me.
He was cool.
I heard it. I decided not to.
He came right to my, I came out, the director introduced us because we were doing the scene thing. He shook my hand and he was like, damn, you was tall as that. I was like, yeah, bro. And then it was funny. We just, we played on set, and, it was crazy. Like, from my first experience, you get to see how much a lead has a lot of say.
Yeah.
Right.
On how the show. Like you could tell, like his influence was like, no, we're doing it this way.
Right.
I was like, yo, okay. And I got to see like, she did like director's perspective, and then, the lead actor's perspective on things, and like, how they would communicate.
Right.
And like, he would give notes to what he wanted to pull out of me or in the scene, and he would give this. But this is the one thing I loved about that he wouldn't, like actors have this like code where we just don't tell another actor how to do things, right? It's just, it's just kind of like, some of them take insulting. I kind of like, okay, I want to see what, I try to feel like, okay, I'm trying to understand you. Like that, I never take anything as an insult unless it's truly an insult.
Right.
But he would talk to the director. Director would come over and be like, hey, Adam, can you try doing this with this? And I was like, oh, okay, cool, I got it. And it was like so nice to see that happen, because I've heard horror stories from friends where like the lead would be like, don't do that. I was like, whoa.
Right.
Right. Hold up a minute.
Shit. So that was my favorite experience, because it was my first experience. It was again the rush. It was like, wow, I'm on here. This is, and I didn't watch Power when I booked it at all. I just
right.
And then I watched it afterwards. Like, oh, this show is dope.
That show goes.
Yeah.
Man, that's amazing for that to be your first experience.
Right. Oh yes.
Yeah.
That's a good first.
Yeah. So, it was a good first. It was a good first experience. It also, it showed me like, wow, where I wanted to be. It was like kind of like putting a benchmarker for my career. Like, all right, like I see how this guy works. This is what I want to do. This is how I want to do it. This is how I want it. This is what I want for my life. So.
And then you made
It
these
was
steps
nice.
into all these additional series.
Yeah.
I mean, your list is ever running now. Oh my gosh, and everyone's excited about Orange is the New Black. So that's amazing that was. And I'm sure that wasn't your last project, right? Because you were working on a few different things aside from the production that you're working on producing now, correct?
Yeah, I just finished a small role for Clifford, the
Okay.
live action movie, which was really, really fun to work on. That was fun because
Like
they
the
kept
Big Red Dog.
Yeah, they're making
yeah,
the Clifford
the
movie,
Big
right?
Red Dog. Like, say again?
No, because I'm looking at Justin's face.
He's
and
looking
he
at my
said-
face, so I'm
and
like,
he said,
wait.
"Wait, Clifford, like as in Clifford the Big Red
Clifford
Dog."
the
I'm like,
Big
"Yeah,
Red
they're
Dog.
making that a movie."
Yeah, yeah.
I used to
They
love
made, like,
that
a live
show.
action movie.
Yeah, they're making a movie about that.
Wait,
Oh, wow.
how is the dog gonna be big? It's gonna be all animated, isn't it? Okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
Well, not animated, but you know what I mean.
CGI.
Yeah, CGI.
I mean,
okay.
I mean, so was like Disney's the Lion King. It was
Yeah,
all-
it was.
dope.
Yeah.
It was
Don't
That
get
was
me
a disappointment, but let's not talk about that.
You know what? I love.
Do
I thought it was
not
good.
get me started on
It
that.
was good, but it was. I would rather watch the
I mean,
original.
I'm still like I'm like an '80s baby. So like, come on now. I love all the cartoon versions.
Yeah,
so like,
me
yeah,
too.
the cartoons are much
You know?
better. Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say I will say this. I saw the live action of Lion King.
the live action
and then
is
I
different.
Went, and then I went home, and the original was on, and I was just
Yeah.
like, "Yo, it's just no competition." I'm sorry,
Right.
Beyonce. There's no competition.
Yeah,
There's none.
I think she also kind of ruined it for me. I'm not a big supporter of her, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't mind her. She's who she
Oh, my
is. She
Lord,
has a
the
name.
Beehive is coming after you.
Well, guess what?
Yo,
Bitch, I got some
you're gonna
raid
cry.
for these mother. Ready to kill them. Anyways,
Yeah.
How you feel about Ray? How you feel about Ray Ray?
Anyways, Adam, I had a question for you.
Yes.
So,
Shoot.
all of us here at this table, we are actors and entertainers as well. And we also have a lot of actors and entertainers that watch our show. So do you have any tips or suggestions that you can provide to anyone who's interested in breaking into this industry?
yes.
It's funny, people keep asking me that, and I keep, and I'm like, honestly, like, don't give up on yourself. There's gonna be times where, like, I'm telling you, right before Orange. Okay, so I'll tell you this small little story. I went to the audition. There was guys that looked just like me that were there, and I was like, I'm gonna focus on the given circumstance, situation that this character's in, and I'm gonna give it everything I got. And I went in there, I did my thing, and I still didn't feel good about it, right? And I went home, I sat on the steps for about an hour in front of my apartment, and my wife came home. I was in a daze. I was like, this is something I really wanted to do, and I felt like I didn't do good. And I looked at her, I was like, yeah, I think I'm done. And she goes, no, you're not. And I went down in the summer, and I was like, no, I'm done. It's like I've boxed, I've done things, I've taken losses, plenty of losses. But to be in an industry where no is almost 80-90% of your career,
Yes.
Cutthroat.
it hurts. And
Yeah.
you kind of start thinking like, oh my God, like, is it me or is
Yeah,
it
you start
this?
to doubt
Is it
yourself.
my talent? Am I good? And we got down, and I got the phone call. I was literally playing in the play. I had my mindset. I was like, I'm done. I'm gonna figure out. Go back to the economy. Maybe no. Go open up my own shop. I don't know. Whatever. I was like, I just don't want to deal with that pain, and I don't want my kids, if they when and I decide to see their dad like constantly getting beat down and not be able to get up.
Yeah.
So I'd rather give up before that happens. So, and then I'm like, I get the phone call and they said I booked it, and I was literally like, I told my agent, I was like, stop playing with me, yo.
Right. There's no time for games.
And I looked over, and my wife and my baby sister, she was there, and she's like, Adam, the reason why you booked it is because your heart. Denzel said it really well in one of his speeches. God puts that passion in your heart for something like this, so that to let you know that this is what he wants for you,
Yes.
and he's only gonna give you what you can handle.
That's right.
So if you can take losses like that, that means you're built like a warrior.
Right.
without, and if it hurts, there's days it hurts, like it's incredibly painful. It hurts.
It is. Yeah.
But once you get on the producing side of things, like, let me tell you guys, like, it could be anything. You cannot fit the cast. It may be your look. It may be you have a mole. Maybe the producer, you look like his ex-wife or ex-boyfriend. It could be literally anything. So, fuck it. Sorry.
You can curse. Let it fly.
Oh, you can cuss. We say
it,
everything on here.
Fuck it. Fuck it. And
Fuck
do your
it.
best.
Hashtag.
And have fun, because, like, I never understood, like, live in the moment. Live in the moment until you get into an audition room. Everything is stacked against you because you made it seem that way. Only you did, and you kill it. And you're like, I don't care if I get it because that felt good. I was there.
Right.
And you're like, that's how I want to live my life. And that's how I want to live. And that's how I want to maintain going to these auditions. And look, I don't sleep. Like, it takes a lot of hard work. Like, you're going to work hard in the beginning, right? You're going to have to work those jobs and those hours and not go to bed till 4 a.m. to study your stuff to be at the audition at 10. Like, I've done it. I've done it and bombed and still got up. I'm like, you know what? It was, no excuses. Maybe I just got to work a little harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never was like, oh, you're horrible. I never down myself, because you're already setting up people. You're already putting these people on pedestals where they looking down on you. Like,
right.
Why should I look down on myself? So,
right.
And now you're gonna get to a point where it's like, it doesn't even matter. It's just you're there to have fun. They want you to be the person, or else they wouldn't have chosen you to come in, walk through those doors, and audition.
Right.
How many actors are there in America? How many actors that look like you and me, right? Or look like each other?
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, hey, we want ethnically ambiguous
right.
tall guys. Right?
Oh,
and
my
then you
gosh.
go in, and you're like, holy shit, there's about 20 motherfuckers that look like
right.
this. You know what I mean? But, like, you should be like, who cares? Like, there's 20 people in that room. They probably casted 1,000 people or maybe less, 300 people, 400 people to go into that room. And you're one of them. Yeah. And that's out of how many actors that are in the same pool as you? That's probably 2 million.
Right.
So
that alone.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
That alone is motivational.
And and a lot of the time, like we go in. Well, I go in and I start looking around at everybody else, and just doing the casting director's job in my head, like and then comparing myself, but then not even thinking like these people are doing the same thing. They're probably looking at me like
the same thing.
She's going to get it over me, or everybody is thinking that about themselves. Right. So it's just important to just focus on you. Don't even worry about everybody else that's in the room.
Like, do we really worry about? I mean, other than social media, like, do you really worry about what other people are doing all the time? No. You're worried about you getting up in the morning, going to your job, making sure bills paid, da-da-da-da. And then when we get to the acting, we're like, let's worry about everybody else.
Right.
Oh my God. It's like,
yeah.
Like, if you treat the audition like, a situation that you're in, and that this person that you are is going through about a series of events, and if you treat it like, how am I managing these series of events? And you start thinking thoughts based on that character, or based on your own thoughts, using your imagination, and I don't know, whatever method people, or not method, whatever style of acting they decide to choose. But I feel like helps me as character thoughts, like thinking that I'm in the situation already. Like, let's say I'm in this is from my teacher, Anthony Abeson. I've studied him for like 5 years here in New York, and he's amazing. And Larry Moss, same thing. Your moment before, like, you should be in the waiting room, not thinking about like, why does that girl got longer hair than me and she's coming in? You know what I mean?
Right.
You should be like, if the situation is like my character is about to go in and her husband's about to tell her that he's cheated on her. What would I be thinking prior to that? Or would I even be knowing it? Like, how would I be treating my husband when I coming through the door from work and him being home and he's there? Like, would I be surprised? Like, what? Oh, I can't wait to see him. I can't wait. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I would be doing now.
Right.
It took me a while Focus on what you're doing, what your characters. Well, I don't like saying character because I feel like it's us,
Yeah.
So I don't know if that helps.
It does.
Well, yeah, it does.
That was a
It
lot.
really does help.
That was a lot.
It's fine.
Yeah, no.
When we give you a mic, you speak.
Yeah, we don't take breaths, okay? You just keep going till you pass out. So, I mean, you've had obviously lessons as well in acting, and you've had plethora. I love that word. That's my turn. My turn.
Is that your
Plethora.
SAT word of the day?
Yes, plethora. So you've had a plethora of experience so far in acting. So what are some, if you have any, what are some of the techniques that you have learned over the years in your many different roles and experience?
So I'm working on a play right now. It's at Sweet Bird of Youth by Tennessee Williams, playing Chance.
Ooh, Tennessee Williams.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Come on,
And
that's nice.
I'm working through this with my. I tell actors like if you're not working on the craft of acting, like you're doing yourself an injustice because one, it comes with life experiences from plays by playwrights that the writing there is so deep that it will change. You will have this burst of not only confidence but like this wear to you where you're like I'm weathered. I'm a weathered actor. I know what I've been through the ringer. I've been, and so with the class I'm in right now, it's more of like an experiential process. It's a press of
Yes.
of different techniques. Like we use a lot of Eric Morris in class. It's Sean Folster Studios here in New York, and we use a lot of Eric Morris, Stella Adler, Lee Strasberg. It's just a mixture of things because
nice.
I feel, for me, I feel like, just like with anything, you got to learn what tools do what, and then you can build a house, right? Mm-hmm. So what tools do I need as Adam? You guys might need different tools to build your house, but
Right.
I know tools that I need to build my house. So I wanted to learn as much as I can about, Stella's work. My Anthony Apes, I studied for 5 years. He did Stella and Lee Strasberg, and there's some exercises he did that I noticed. I was like, oh, that's from Eric Morris. That's from Eric Morris, who's in L.A. That I read
Nice.
all his books, and his books, they were amazing. Like they give you so many exercises to deal with certain things, and actors, the only reason they get blocked is like they're emotionally blocked. There's so many things you can do. And, like
Right.
animal
Absolutely.
exercise from Larry Moss, which came from Stella, and Stella got it from Stanislawski, and like learning what tools are in the shed and being familiar with them. You're like, oh, I can pull that out right here. Boom, I'm good. I can pull that out here. Oh, I'm good with that. And
Right.
I still believe learning your foundation, your circumstances, what events are going on, what's the relationship between people, like those are my foundations. Like you can't do anything without that. So
build your toolbox.
Yeah, oh,
Build
I like
it.
that.
like build and
Yes.
explore,
Yes.
study different. I'm not
keep
saying you
adding
got to
to it.
read all the plays, but like don't read the play.
Yeah.
I mean, read the play, but like get up and do the play.
Actually
Right.
do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Be the plan.
Be the play.
Yes.
Be proactive about. Be
Yes.
proactive. Stella said it's in Larry's book. It's in Anthony Apesen says it in his book, Acting 4.0. Larry Moss's Intent to Live. Lee Strasberg, Stella Adler's books. She said you have to have a talent for your talent, and that means get your butt up and do the work.
Right.
And there's
That's
actors like
major.
I'm pretty. Like, yeah, you can be pretty. Yeah, you can be. Yes, you can have what's it called? Organic abilities. Like what's it called? Pure. You can just have the instinct for it. You're good, right? You have the talent, the knack for it, right? But nothing. I will tell everyone this. Nothing will beat someone that you can have all the talent in the world. If you put someone in there that has done shit ton of hard work, he's gonna outwork his ass, no matter what.
That's right.
I forgot what like big time actor said that of like all
The
of these
Rock, I know he says it all the day. He's like,
who says it all the time? Say it again.
Dwayne.
The Rock.
Oh yeah, that
Dwayne
I
always
think that's
does
who
it.
it was. He
I
said
follow
like
that
I don't
guy.
care like how talented or like how you look or whatever. I'm going to outwork you.
Right. Yeah.
Outwork. Outwork. And like I'm telling, like the industry I hate to compare it to this, but so the industry to me is the girlfriend that's not the girl that you really, really like. If she comes around once in a while and she's really good at like certain things, you're like, yo, what's up, girl? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, I'm out. I'm going to hang out with this other dude now. And you're like, yo, what's up? And you fell in love with her, and now she's like leaving you. The craft is the one that's gonna always be by your side.
That's wifey.
And she's gonna always be by your side, and always be there when you're the worst person. When you're the worst.
Right.
She's gonna put when you're sick. She's gonna pull. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. So, treat the industry how it's. Don't take it so seriously, but take your craft seriously. Because for some reason when the industry sees that you're being real serious with your craft, they're like, yo, let me see you over here. Come here,
right.
Come here, cutie.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Wait a minute.
And then you're like, yeah, what's up, girl? Whatever.
That's when you gotta play hard to get. It's like, yo, what's up?
Oh yeah.
Cutie,
yo, I don't need you right now. What you need, girl? Like, come over
Yeah,
here.
come over here. Like, nah, I got my thing over here. So like, but we can meet up at this time. You know what I mean?
Like, come on now. You know.
Damn.
So that's how I see it. So, and lately that's how it's been for me. Like the more I dive in, have talent for my talent, I can really see like, oh, they're not hiring me because of other things. They're hiring me because I'm always in process. I'm always at work. And that's just how I treat it.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I get nerves. Everybody gets nerves.
Oh, yeah.
That's
That's
normal.
not
That's
die.
expected. Yeah.
But you're supposed to use that as fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah, use it as fuel.
And
Use
it
that
keeps
sweat
you
that trickles
humble.
down here.
Nervousness keeps
I'll tell you right.
humble.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now. When I get back to like not having auditions and having an audition, and my first audition, I will tell you right now, is going to suck. And it's just something
Wait a minute.
that is just minor. And I literally have to like, I literally tell. Sometimes I'm like, yo, if I have to say it, I'm gonna say, I'm like, hey guys, I'm just letting you know the first take's gonna suck. But the second take will be dope.
Right.
And they're like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Some casting takers are like, cool. Others would be like, no, you gotta do it great in the first take, or in their head they're probably like, yeah, but who knows? Like, who cares?
Who cares? Who cares?
Who
Well,
gives
Adam, unfortunately, it's that time.
I'm sorry, guys, taking all that stuff.
No. That's what you're here for. We're talking.
No.
Like I said, when we give you the microphone, you speak.
Yeah.
That's what it's for.
And we've learned, like, I know for us, we've learned so much even talking to you. And it's
That's
like, you're the testament to us that your hard work and your dreams can come true. So thank you for talking to us.
Right.
And listen, anytime you want to call in,
We're here.
feel free
The lines
to
are
call
open.
in. The lines are always open, and we'll always be open to talk to you. Always.
Yeah.
That's
But
awesome. I really dig it. I like coming on this radio show. So.
yeah,
You get to be the real you.
yeah, no pressure.
We help add some tools to your toolbox, okay? Now you have a plethora of tools. All right, so let me ask this. So talk about social media real quick. Make sure you tell all the viewers right now what your social media is, if you have a website as well, so they can tune in and take a look.
Okay, so you can find me at Adam.Lindo at Instagram. I don't really have Facebook. I don't like Facebook. It's not just a thing. It's just a preference. Also, I don't have a website. I use IMDb. So if you want to check me out, just type in Adam Lindo on the search bar. You'll find me right there. All my stuff, all my history, everything there. But, yeah, so.
Awesome.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much again for joining us, Adam. We really appreciate it. And all the viewers, of course, make sure you check out Season 7, the final season of
Yes.
Orange is the New Black on Netflix. Of course, your boy
Check it
Adam
out.
is in these amazing episodes. It's apparently a really sad story. So we are sad to see the series itself
It's
go.
intense. I'll say
But
Intense,
Adam
good
isn't
word.
going anywhere.
Adam's not going nowhere. He's
He's in there.
He is in there.
I'm in it.
His
I'm
career
in
only
there.
goes up from here.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you
All right,
so
thank
much
you
for
again for
coming on
calling
with us.
in. Have a good one, Adam.
You guys have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
And to all the viewers, we appreciate you tuning in. Really quick, Diamond will know this. I just got an alert that Nicki Minaj is retiring from music.
Yeah.
Diamond,
My
is that true?
Thank you.
I
my
see.
brother told me that today, and I was
On
like,
Twitter.
I saw it.
I see it.
That's what you said. But I do want to say
Hallelujah.
this since you brought it up.
Well, yeah.
Jay-Z's also retired before. Too Short has retired. So
there's a good chance.
I hear her.
Yeah.
I feel like she's just taking
This
a
sounds
hiatus.
this sounds like a money grab. It's about time for her contract to be renewed. So this sounds more like a money grab.
But she definitely wants to have She definitely wants a baby. I know that.
No, I think
she wants a
I think what's
child.
going to happen is she's going to take a break, get married, have her children.
Yeah.
And
I
then
think
in
that's
about
so much
5 or
better.
6, she's going to come back with bangers.
I don't know if she can do 5 or 6, but I'm glad that she's doing better than Cardi B did and have the kid at the wrong time and try to rush back and then mess up your summer tours because you try to rush back too quick and have plastic surgery and everything's moving all around and you can't, you know what I mean? You can't do it.
Well, at least she was honest about her plastic
I
surgery.
agree with you there. I agree with you there.
My other thing is, you know, I like
somebody
both.
tell Nikki to stop attempting to twerk with her stiff ass.
Yes. Well, I mean,
I was so mad when she was
God
in.
damn it!
everybody
I
can't do
don't
everything.
understand.
she's a rapper. She's not a twerker.
I got
Well, tell her to
Definitely
stop
not.
it. Shit.
I got disappointed in Chris Brown's Bobble Up video when she was just sitting there. She looked stupid the whole video. But
I
you
do
know
like
what?
that song too.
I love that song.
Well, she looked good in Anaconda video.
But that was a long time ago. Yeah, she was
That
good in
wasn't a
that
long time
video.
ago. It was
She
like
was
3 years
not
ago.
That was a long time ago.
Probably more
Well,
than
to
that.
our standards now
Yeah.
in this
When
society.
she's
I mean-
still, just don't move.
This is what I'll say because I like both. I
Stand
don't have
there.
a thing against any artist in a bad way. So, well, that's not true. But Nicki I like as well as I like Cardi B. But I don't think many people will notice that she's fallen off, unfortunately. She hasn't been
Cardi or Nicki?
Nicki because she hasn't been out with that much stuff, to be honest
Well,
with you.
I mean, she has sold 20 million records, so that sounds like falling off. You're right, and so she has been a part of 60 million in
Yeah,
sales.
she just needs to go ahead and move over
so-
for my girl Lizzo.
Her
But
I
she's
like
not
Lizzo.
a rapper.
albums have
Yeah,
sold
yeah.
Though I
5
love
million.
Lizzo,
Some-
she's not a rapper.
but that's
So
over,
what?
that's over
Just
all
move over.
time.
She's one of the top.
She has a
selling
great
female artists.
She has
I
a great
love
she has a great
her.
track
and
record.
she is the top selling female rapper.
She has a
yeah.
great track record, but what I will say is
had
what's
a good
out
run, 12-year
now.
run.
But what's out now?
She's working on an album.
If it wasn't,
Who's working on the
If
album?
it wasn't for
Nicki.
Nicki, it wouldn't be like
But
a lot of
but
these
she's not
female
gonna push
artists.
it out.
and other girls
Be real.
paved the way for her too.
Right.
But I mean, she's had a good run. She's had a 12-year run. So let me
Yeah.
see another
let her
girl
sit
put a
her
12-year
ass
run
down
in.
somewhere.
You-
Her
if y'all
stiff
think Cardi
ass.
B gonna be here for 12 years, yeah, let
Well,
me know.
I will
we'll
say
talk
this.
about this in 10 more years.
Kim
So,
gave her
let's-
crown to Nicki. Now Nicki gave her crown to Cardi. That's what I'll say. So
I think
Congrats,
That might be
Cardi.
true.
I
That
think
might be
Megan
true.
about to take the crown after this.
I love Megan.
Megan Thee Stallion,
I do
she
like
about to take
Megan.
Megan?
I do like Megan.
We'll see.
But I don't know if she'll have what it takes to keep it going.
I don't know. I don't know if Megan got 12 years.
No,
I would
I don't
not say
think
she
so.
has 12 years, but I think like she's about to like take the crown for like a good.
There's been no fee. I don't
year.
even. It's not even a lot of males that's had a 12-year run.
Nah,
No, it's
man.
not.
Jay Z had a 12-year,
Yeah.
Jay-Z
20-year
is like a
run.
What y'all
20
think
year.
about?
Drake's
What
had
y'all
like
think
a
about
10-year
him?
run.
Did y'all see the
I think J. Cole has had like a 10-year maybe.
Did you see the
Cole.
Maybe
interview
eight. He
that
had a
Damon
good
Dash
eight, though.
did?
Oh yeah, like
Did
Huh?
you see that interview
Who?
that Damon Dash did? Dame Dash.
oh
Yeah,
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 about
you saw that.
Haters Anonymous. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a hater.
He is. Let me tell you
hater.
something about him. He is so funny to me.
He's like your ex-boyfriend
Like, I
talking
just-
bad about
I
you.
just,
like yo,
like,
let
Yeah.
go,
like,
move
remember
on,
when
bro.
he, remember when he was calling Charlamagne a chatty patty?
Nah.
Like, why would you
know
speak on
damn
another
well.
man? Why are you speaking on another
Why
man?
you
I was
speaking
like-
on another man?
Well, the only reason
Right.
why the interviewer wanted to interview him was to talk about you.
Uh-huh.
But I love Dame Dash. I just the fact that I just think that he's so funny.
Yeah.
To quote Charlamagne, he
And
keeps
then-
the same energy.
At
He
the
is, though.
same time, it's like, why is it that you have like he has fallen out with so many people? It cannot be
Talking
everybody
about
else.
falling off.
It's like
He has none of his friends are still his friends.
No!
Not one. The artists don't like him. His ex-girlfriends don't like him. Baby mother don't like him. His rap partners don't like him.
nobody. But he's funny to me. So
He's funny looking.
Well,
What?
that will cut us short for today.
If I
we
had to
appreciate you all
choose
tuning
between
in.
who looked better between Jay-Z and Dame Dash, I would have to
Well,
say that Dame Dash looks
yeah,
better than
I
Jay-Z.
think a lot of people would say the same
But
thing.
Dame Dash missing teeth though. Well, I mean,
But he still, I mean,
He still
Jay-Z's
will take
not.
the cake for
You
that
don't
one.
like the Jay-Z hair thing.
I don't like his hair. I don't like his hair right now.
It's a
But, I
mess.
Wait till them dreads.
You gotta.
Ooh, it's a mess.
He's worth a billy. He can do whatever he
He
wants.
can do whatever he wants. But he needs to get a makeover.
This needs to be another conversation, maybe off air. But it's some things
Off
that
air
aggravate me about. See y'all. Are we?
Well,
off?
thank you. Yeah, thank you, Adam Lindo, for calling in from Orange is the New Black. We appreciate you. We look forward to seeing more work from you coming up very soon. Make sure you follow him on social media, everybody, and his website as well. Next week we have a special guest, an artist in the area locally, and at the end of the month we have Nessie Blaze from VH1's new series or new franchise of Black Ink Crew Compton. You know that's gonna be crazy, right?
Compton.
So we look forward to talking to Nessie as well. But thank you all for tuning in. Have a great night.
Thank y'all.